No, it's definitely Hooper, it's definitely you guys. Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is a channel dedicated to me signing up to an online property training course so that you don't have to. Alright, so this time I'm going to be going through finally getting on with a job, deal sourcing. So a major aspect of deal sourcing is and property in general, to be honest, is speaking to people. You know, you've got to be brave and you've got to pick up the phone sometimes. That can go to most business ventures, to be honest. So, you know, whereas the advice is in the course is yes. I'm going against the advice in the course. The advice is to, you know, watch all the training videos, then do the action one step at a time. Which I'm doing to an extent. I've watched a video 30 that tells me about compliance, and I'm getting all myself compliant. Got my business bank account recently, and we're going to be just transferring the money that I need in order to get my insurances set up. But they don't really recommend just going and calling estate agents straight away when you don't know what you're doing. I haven't even got to the part of the training course that suggests how I should go about doing that. But you know what? I thought I'd just give it a go. It also goes against some of the advice from other members who said to me, well, if you think about calling estate agents, why don't you practice in an area that you're not actually going to be deal sourcing with? Just in case, if anything goes wrong and you call agents and you make a bit of a fool of yourself, at least you're not going to be tarnishing your reputation in the area that you're going to be taking forward and trying to turn a profit from. Anyway, so here's my first estate agent call.
Oh, hi Andre. Hi, my name's Elliot. I was looking at a property in Cricklewood, Village Way, NW10. It's 600k.
So I thought it was good here not to jump in straight away and say, oh, hello, I'm a deal sourcer, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. Give them the whole script. Just keep it simple. Make sure you know what you're talking about. You're both on the same page, talking about the same property.
NW10, like roughly around that area. Neasden, sorry, yeah. Sorry, would you mind speaking up just a little bit quiet? It's for 600 on Rightmove, but what's 1k difference?
Yeah, he was struggling to find a property, which is really strange.
Oh, what does it look like in front? It's a white semi-detached house, 3-bed.
Really strange.
No, actually. Yeah, no, it's definitely Hooper. It's definitely you guys. Yeah. It's down as Village Way, London, NW10. I don't have any more information then for you apart from Village Way, London, MW10. Oh yeah, wait, so is that, there's another one. What?
This was a little bit painful, but you've got to just keep your cool, I guess. No, I did not expect to be the one sounding the most professional on my first crack at this.
What, which way is that, 599? What I've got is andre.green@hooper Yeah, I did already ask. Okay. Hooper's estate agents. It's alright?
Time for me to be unprofessional
Cool.
there, forgetting the S in Hoopers.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will do. What I can do, I mean, I can tell you roughly now. So, what I do is I'm looking, I'm in a property investment network, so I deal source, I find properties for investors in the northwest London area. So, yeah, it's perfect if we have, it's good to know there's some that's sold, you know, similar price on the same street, etc. But essentially looking for properties that are a little bit below market value. I saw this one was put on the market a couple of years ago, so I was just wondering if they're maybe motivated to sell, might be open to an investor with, you know, slightly not, you know, not out of the ballpark, but slightly lower offer, that kind of thing. So I'll send you this one, and then maybe you can send me some more as well. Maybe this one's off the market, maybe that's why you can't find it. I don't know, but so yeah, it'll come from my email is elliot@sykesproperties.com. So I'll send that now, yeah? Yeah, I mean, it depends on which investor, so because it's a network. But they tend to get people in.
Yeah, I'm kind of fumbling around here, but maybe I'm getting away with it. But yeah, decided to obviously talk about the property first, then say, by the way, this is why I'm inquiring. This is what I do. I've smoothed it out a little bit since then. This is the first time I did it. I'll just say I'm actually a property deal source, so we're part of an investor network of about 13,000 investors up and down the country. I specialise in property flipping, so we look for undervalued properties with 3 beds around 500,000. So I'm starting to know the area now, that we can add a lot of value to by renovating to a high standard. That's kind of what I'll say now, but yeah, this is the first time I did it. So
This one, 10% deposit was about 50k, so they might have about 100k to invest, that kind of thing, with revert funds and things like that. Yeah, looking to kind of flip the property, do it up, and then sell it on a little bit higher. Maybe they don't want to sell it anymore or something.
yeah, no disrespect to Andrew at all. He couldn't find it because it wasn't on the market anymore.
Yeah, something. Worst house and rest investment. You could all say. Oh, it's got a HMO license. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, the investors are considering that. Is that mainly to kind of work in professionals? HMO. So kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Flips and HMOs work. So no, that's great. Thanks for letting me know about that. I'll have a look through it and call you back. If not this week, next week. Bye.
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough there that Andrew was kind of super friendly, super open to the whole deal sourcing thing. Doesn't happen with every agent, but he was happy to listen to what I was looking for. He heard investors. He thought, well, actually, we've got something on our books that has a HMO license, and I later went on to see that property. And as I said, I'll follow up, you know, if not this week, the week after. That's exactly what I did. And let's have a look at that follow up now. Okay, so here I am, 1 week's hair growth later, and following up with Andre. Is that Andre? Oh, hi mate. We spoke last week. My name's Elliot. Yeah, it was that 3-bed property that didn't seem to exist on your system. I don't know if you remember.
I remember the name and I remember the conversation. I'm trying to think of the property.
Yeah, no worries. It was that one where I think it'd been taken off the market, and then you sent me a list of some more by email. So yeah, thanks for that. How was your weekend?
That's good. That's actually really good. Taught me a little bit.
Again, just like trying not to go straight in with business. Um, I did a sales job previously, door to door selling, and you don't just want to go up to people cold and go, "Hi, I'm from a charity. It's £1 a week. All these benefits, whatever." No matter how good what you're selling is, no matter how good my deal sourcing service is here, um, people are just going to think you're a robot if that's all you talk about. So be a bit friendly.
How about yours?
Oh yeah, mine's really nice. Then it gets reciprocated, right? I just popped down to see mum and dad. Haven't seen them in a while, so yeah. We're up in Nottingham. So yeah. Yeah, I popped down to see mum and dad who know how to make a cup of tea better than me. Well, drinking anyway. Check out that. So yeah, I had a look at the list of properties you sent me on email, and a lot of them a little bit above what we'd be looking at in terms of they are already sort of at a good standard of cosmetically. So they're for a three bed probably we're looking more around the 500 mark, a little bit more work needed done. However, there were a couple that that catch my eye. So just wanted to ask if they're still available. So North Circular Road, NW10 for 650. It's a 4 bed.
Yeah, definitely available.
Still available. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a quirky one. I definitely remember it. All the pictures taken in the snow. So yeah. Again, just trying to make it more interesting. Some might say I should just get to the point here. I don't know, but yeah, I thought I'd make not even a joke, but just make a comment. Something memorable. Not everyone's going to talk about the snow in the pictures, but you just got to notice things, and hopefully that way Andre's going to remember me next time. It's 4, but sorry.
That was a previous HMO property.
Yeah,
It's got a license for 6 rooms.
it's got a license for 6, but currently 4. But it's looking like. So was there any change of layout, or they used what currently? Go ahead. Sorry.
It was HMO and plus other license.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what. Yeah, because look up at the sort of above 600, 650 mark. That's where we might look at. It makes more of an investment sense for it to be kind of HMO. And honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about here. But what I am doing at least is thanking him and appreciating him for sending that my way, sending the recommendation of a HMO, because while he wasn't able this time to send me anything that I explicitly asked for, which was 3 bed around 500k, he was able to send through something else which I didn't want to turn my nose up at. 650,000 potential to become a 6-bed HMO, and actually had a license, and it was already been used up. And yeah, it's got good square footage, hasn't it?
It's a good size.
Good size and
You may have to check that yourself, but it does have a bathroom.
legal in terms of using the outbuilding.
Yeah, so you need to check.
Okay, cool. So you say there's currently interest in the property.
There is, so I'll be honest with you, we're at 610 right now.
Six.
Sort of offers.
Yeah. Okay. 610. All right.
Yeah, so what the seller, I'll be transparent. The seller has said 620 and property is 21. So he is looking at the 620 mark for the property, just to be transparent.
Okay. Okay, great. And it's really good as well, Andre is able to be quite transparent with the offers that have already come in. Most estate agents, if you are starting off doing this yourself, they won't disclose figures, and you'll have a conversation that feels a bit awkward and shady. You're like, okay, so have offers been close to the asking price of 500? Yeah, close. Yeah, no, really close, or they've been a little bit close, or they can get in there, or and you're like, oh, okay, how close? Like 490? For we can't disclose that, or they're like, yeah, in the ballpark. Andre's just like, there was an offer at 610. Vendor says 620 will be accepted. Perfect, straightforward. Okay, so it already has the license. So it is compliant at the moment.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that's very interesting. What I do is, as I explained to you last week, so my role is a deal packager. So I'll look to send this one to a few on the investor list that I'm based on. There's 13,000 across the UK, a good few in this part of the world. So yeah, I will follow you up on it if there's anyone that I find that is interested in taking it on.
Yeah.
And thanks for your transparency about the asking price that the vendor has said they'd be interested in. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. I think yeah, okay, doke. Yeah, do you know sort of the rents per room that could be expected?
I'd have to ask Leslie, I'm not pure sales, so I'm not sure, and I wouldn't want to give you
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it's depending on the size, because you've got yeah. So what you could do is ask lettings kind of what the biggest room, maybe that front room would fetch, or the front upstairs one, and then maybe what the small room would, and then we can, yeah. If you get back to me on that, I'll get back to you on anyone who's interested in taking this on.
No worries at all. Let me get the figures for you.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I thought it might be worth asking. You know, he's already been really transparent with the asking price, etc. Telling me some information about the outbuilding. I thought, wow, do you know what like the rental figures could be? He wasn't sure, but that's no problem. It's always worth asking. Oh, as in now or later? No worries at all. Yeah, no, appreciate the chat. Thanks very much. I wanted to double check one more. You know, it's always good to have backup. There was a 3-bedroom terrace house in West Ella Road. It is spacious. Probably a change of layout could be done there. Is it still available?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely got an interesting layout there. Is the kitchen upstairs?
Kitchen upstairs.
Yeah.
Definitely put downstairs.
Yeah. Again, just make it relaxed. Have a laugh together about the situation. It kind of humanizes it. You know, he's trying to sell this crazy property that's run down with a kitchen on top, and I'm trying to sell it to an investor and package it up in an attractive way. And it's like, what is this? Kitchen upstairs, and it's all run down and everything's higgledy-piggledy. Rather than be like, Mr. Estate Agent, this kitchen's weird, isn't it? Not too sure about that, but I don't know. Just relax tone, keep it friendly.
Well, I'd say, so with that property going to be that wasn't probate. More transparency, the sellers are looking for about 550, 560 for the property.
How much, sorry?
550, 560.
Okay, yeah. So they're quite motivated to sell then. Does that one have a license for HMO? No, so that would need to be factored in. Residential at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, it could two flats. Yeah.
He's really helping out here. You know, he's thinking about the layout he would add, and um, you know, if you keep a conversation with agents, you don't have to force the information out of them. They'll give it to you. You know, they want to work with you, of course. You know, it's interesting. Both of these properties that I followed up with Andre about, I've actually ended up going to view. They're the only two properties that I've actually gone to view, and we'll get to that in the next episode. I think I'm looking at it now though. There's still 3 minutes 50 of this.
That could also be an option.
Call left. So, what were we talking about?
Oh, into a similar like a downstairs.
Just having a chat.
On that Victorian one, is there anything kind of any more hidden surprises? Obviously, you know, pending a viewing is obviously best. There's one of those outside toilets, yeah.
Yeah, nice guy just joking around with me. Any more hidden surprises? Well, there's an outside toilet. It's common with Victorian builders, isn't it?
I've seen one that's done up, so it can be amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you got was that one of your properties?
Honestly, like, imagine having to get your coat on and your wellies on to have a So there it is, the magic of following up with the agent there. Now, it's not always going to be as smooth as that, and Andre is not the only agent I've chatted to, but he's actually at the moment the only agent that I've managed to get viewings with. Both of those properties that we discussed in that follow-up call I have viewed, and I'll be showing you that in the next video, or perhaps the video after the next one. I will be showing you that soon. With other agents, it's not come perhaps as naturally, you know, all been friendly, all been well, but we haven't quite got to that stage with Andre where it's actually bringing things to me. But I'll keep at it. You know, I've heard in the Dealers Club, you basically want to have 3 solid builders, 3 solid agents, that sort of thing, to really get you sorted. They come to you, they bring you opportunities, and you can pick up the phone to them at any time. So yes, I need to work on not just chatting to and viewing properties with Andre, get out of my comfort zone, and keep following up with other agents. I've tried to keep a track of it. Creating an Excel spreadsheet, can show us a few screenshots now. Started off as just notes on my phone, and then that just got too long. Excel spreadsheet is the way I'm going with now. Who do I call on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday? I'm doing this in my lunch breaks at work, and trying to keep a log. Who am I calling based on what property? But the thing is with that, you know, just calling, it's not necessarily going to get the results, because I've been finding a property that looks about right, and then I've been calling just to get my name out there, etc., to get the agents to know who I am. But because most of those properties actually haven't turned into anything viable once I've analysed them, I should have, but I haven't been so good at following up with agents and going, oh, by the way, no, that one doesn't work. It feels more easy to have a chat with them about something that is viable, it's worth spending time on. It's far more valuable to spend time for yourself and the agent saying, right, how can we progress this, rather than no, that one doesn't work. So that's what I've experienced there. So my plan going forward to change this is to analyse, then call. I'm going to be calling less agents, hopefully doing it more quality over quantity. I will put the property into the analyzer first, then call if it seems to stack. That way, hopefully I'll get more quality conversations with agents, just like I had with Andre. In the next one then, there's going to be a couple coming up pending. One, I will show not just 2 estate agents calls. I will just put the rest of them out there. Okay, so that's going to be really exciting. I love your feedback on those. Again, like I'm saying, agents where maybe I've just called and there hasn't necessarily been anything promising to talk about, but how have I managed those conversations? How have I kept it friendly? And then another video showing those 2 properties that we did go and see with Andre. And then finally, before we finish today, there is something exciting brewing. Today's video has been possible by OBS broadcasting software. I've figured out how to use that to put my face down in the corner whilst we were watching those videos, and that's also going to allow me to live stream. I'm just going to leave it at that for now, but Sundays at 6 p.m. live stream. I'm just going to leave it at that. Right, see you then.